This is one of the narrowest points on the river, and people is taking advantage of that by crossing by walking.
All right, so what are we looking at? We're looking at people crossing over to the Mexican side off in the distance, and they fit the description of what someone just said.
Right.
What did this local guy just tell us?
That the migrants come over here randomly. They don't have the schedule, or they just come over here because it's a narrow path to cross, and also that there are only black people in that group, which is true, and you can tell from the distance.
All right, let's go. Let's try some way to reach them. Yeah, speak up. Speak into the camera.
All right. Yeah, there is a guy that is leading them. The guy in the red hat.
Louder. Speak up.
They're listening to me. They can hear me, and they are on the run right now. They just finished the meal.
Speak up.
They just finished the meal, and they're going now to the river to try to cross. There is a local guy on the front that is taking them to...
Speak up.
They're taking them to the river right now, and somebody is leading them to cross the river walking. That's very nice. I mean, they don't need a raft. They probably don't have the money to pay for a raft, but they got the money to pay for a guidance, which is amazing. They have the way to do it. I can tell for sure that the path is not easiest. It's very rough. And I can see the people now. They're crossing. They're going to cross right now.
So there's someone in front. He looks like a local who's leading them in a bathing suit.
And
that guy in front looks like a local. Yeah.
And yes, he looks like a local guy. And there is another local guy that is behind us with the rest of the group. And
so part of the group has stayed back. They've split into two. And the others are crossing the river by foot right now.
This is one of the narrowest points on the river, and people is taking advantage of that by crossing by walking.
So it looks like once they make it across, they go into some dense greenery, some trees and some shrubs, and they sort of disappear. Can we tell where they're headed from there?
I will say that they're going to Ciudad Hidalgo and then going forward to Tapachula, and probably they can take the train.
But what about the Mexican police? I thought the Mexican police were stopping migrants.
They should, and they are, I bet, but they might find a way to avoid those checkpoints and go to the beast.
We've seen some trucks going by. I don't know if these trucks are in play at all.
I don't think so. I think this is just a different truck from different situation. It's not related to them.
Where are we with regard to the main crossing in the center of town?
Well, we are about half a kilometer away from there, even the shore, and I don't see that many houses around. Just maybe in the back there are more houses, but I see just land with probably tobacco in it, right? Remember?
We don't know which plant that is. Looked a little like tobacco.
Right.
So I can still see the guy who's their guide or smuggler, whatever you want to call it, in the bathing suit, waving the last of the people onto shore. Oh, I guess there are two of them. Looks like they're two guides or smugglers, and now they're headed back in our direction. Should we try to interview them?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
They're just teenagers.
All right, let's wait for them and try to get them on camera.
Okay.
What happened when we tried to introduce ourselves to this group that just crossed the river?
Well, they were welcoming a little bit. They were a little bit afraid as well. They didn't want to talk at all. But I could identify one of the girls was wearing a t-shirt from Haiti. And when we asked them where they're coming from...
What, it said Haiti on it, or
yeah,
what?
it says Haiti on it. And it's from a sport t-shirt or some sort of team in Haiti. And when we asked them where are they coming from, one of the guys said out loud, Haiti. And the other guy on the other extreme, they said, shh, shut up, and started talking in Creole and saying to do not say anything. I didn't understand any of the words, but I could tell for the attitude they took.
And they were all black or dark skinned?
Yes, that's
all of
right.
them. And it was a group of what, about 50? What would you say? How many?
Oh, wow. There were a lot. I will say, yeah, around 50. There were kids also, women and men.
And was your impression that they were probably all from Haiti?
Yes, they're all from Haiti. Besides that, they only speak Creole.
I mean, we don't know for sure, but yeah, they it seemed like they could maybe understand Spanish, but didn't speak Spanish.
Right, it was something weird because they were like saying, no talking, no hablo, no hablo, no hablar, no hablar.
Okay, let's go.
So he was very sarcastic when I asked him.
We just spoke briefly with the kids. They weren't very old. How old did they look?
Probably 15, 17 years old.
So we just spoke briefly with these teenagers who were the ones leading the group of people across the river. And what did these two teens say?
Well, I did ask them if they were working, and they told me sarcastically that they are playing around. And I asked them if they just play around here or they just doing this one time. And they replied to me, well, don't ask me more questions because the guy over there has a gun, and it's better if you leave us alone.
He seemed serious about that?
Yeah, very serious. I mean, he did not...
the guy over there, which guy?
The guy with the red hat. There was a guy with a red hat that we
Part
saw.
of the migrant group?
Yes. No, it was not part of the migrant group. It's a local guy, probably. Local, I would say, because he looks like Guatemalan, but probably he's from Mexico. If... You can take my drift.
So the impression is that this is probably some sort of criminal group.
Probably smugglers, yeah.
Smugglers who are armed, who are leading the migrants across.
Right, professional, let's say. They try to scam people to tell them where the way is, but they just leave them halfway and then they're on their own because nobody is with them there on the other side.
Have we seen this guy who he's talking about, who he says is armed?
I seen it before on the group. He was leading the group as well with the guys. When the first guy on the shorts came here to the shore, the other guy stayed there with the red hat and tell the people to stay calm and stuff. And I saw a couple of people there, a man and woman and a kid. They're still there.
All right, let's be careful and let's get out of here.
Right, let's go.